Hey guys, it's Casual Dude here. Today we are on our way to El Yunque. We're going to be hiking several trails there. We have a map. It is 2023, so there are some trails such as La Mina that is not open still because of Hurricane Storm Maria that came through here back in like 2017, 2018. So this will be kind of a little guide of sorts, kind of our experience with the trails that are open and going there. We're about 10 minutes out from there. Our Airbnb is only 15 minutes from El Yunque, and I'll provide a link to that below in the description if you're just looking for maybe where to stay around El Yunque. This Airbnb is kind of a half Airbnb, half hotel. Really nice. Again, 15 minutes away. It's in Luquillo, so I'll provide that as well. But until we get to El Yunque, stay tuned. Just a quick note, right before I got onto this road, there was a sign for El Yunque, and when I turned onto it, my instinct was that I'm going the wrong way. This looks like a little residential area. This can't be the way to El Yunque. Well, it was the right way to El Yunque. So when you see that, when you have that turn, and you have that instinct, press on. You are going the right way, and don't turn around. So just keep pressing forward. And one other thing, as I mentioned, the year right now is 2023, December specifically, 2023, and there are no reservations that you need to make for El Yunque at the moment. It used to be that way where you had to get tickets ahead of time. Now it's first come, first serve. My understanding is they take the first 200 cars that get to El Yunque, and the 201st car, and after, they're not getting in until a car leaves, and that could be all day. So you'll want to make sure you get here early. We're arriving at 9 a.m. We wanted to get here at like 8, but it's vacation. It took a little longer to get ready. Took our time with breakfast. So just something to note. So we just went through the visitor entrance. There is a visitor center, and when we talked to the woman, she said, well, here at the visitor center, it's $8 per person, and it's at the visitor center to get in. And it's more of an educational thing where you go, there's a documentary, you can read up on the history of El Yunque, and while that does sound great, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to hike. So she pointed us in the right direction. We did not pay that $8 because we did not go through and enter the visitor center. So if you're here to just hike and you're going to pass the visitor center on your way in, just skip it. It's going to be on your right. Just skip that. Keep driving. The trails are 10 minutes into El Yunque, which is what we're doing right now. But if you're obviously here to also learn about El Yunque and want to take that time to do that, head to the visitor center. It's $8 per adult. Whoa. We're starting here at the Yocao Tower. And per the sign, you'll want to avoid the mangosta pequeña de la India, the small Indian mongoose, as they carry rabies. And it looks like we might be able to go all the way to the top of this tower. Certainly looks like it. I see people in there, so let's see. Yep. This is gonna be a little mini hike in of itself.
Haven't seen it before. Cool. Yeah. Unsafe.
Oh yeah?
It's like so unsafe.
So we just finished at the observation tower there. Very cool. Spent about maybe 10 minutes there or so. There was actually a mountain that has like a face on it. I can't really tell in the video. Maybe I'll throw a picture up here. You can kind of see. Very cool, very cool. But getting in the car now, heading to the next spot. And now we did a little stop at what's called Juan Diego Creek. Don't think this is a hike. I think it's just a little walkway to a little natural pool, as they call it. started to rain a little bit, but we have arrived to Mount Britain Trail. I believe this one is 0.8, there it is, 0.8 miles, 1.3 kilometers, about 45 minutes. And I did, to confirm, swim in that waterfall that you just saw in the last clip. So here we head up on Mount Britain. Now, at this point, we came to a crossroads where if we went straight, we would reach the peak of El Yunque, and if we went right, we would go along another trail. Well, at first, we thought we wanted to go straight because we wanted to go to the peak, but then in reading the sign, it said that we would be going there through the carretera, which means the highway or the road, and to the right would be getting there through various trails. So we went to the right. In the long run, this was definitely the right move. If you are at this point, I would not recommend going straight, just because it's just going to be a boring old road, and you want to see the trails themselves, right? So we went to the right. It always amazes me how throughout these massive mountains, they just have pipes and just systems in order to funnel out the water, as these rainforests, of course, have a lot of rain and water through them. It is just pretty incredible. The Mount Britain observation tower was closed when we got there, so now we have merged onto the El Yunque Trail, which is the main trail here. At the merge point, it is states that we have 1.3 miles to get to the peak of El Yunque, so stay tuned. Good.
I was like,
Can't see anything, but
you know you did it.
yep. All right, so we are now finished. We finished the El Yunque Trail. I am right now enjoying some sugarcane juice, prepared and made by this gentleman over here. I don't know if we can get a good shot of him or not. Yeah, I think we can. So, right there, sugarcane juice. He takes those sugar canes there that are lined up along the fence. This woman's going to get one now. Puts it into that silver box machine. They then fall on the ground, and then out comes the juice, the Ugo de sugarcane. And that's this right here, and it's very, very good. It is delicious. But getting back to our thoughts kind of on the hike on El Yunque. I don't know if you can tell, but my hat's wet, my shirt's wet, my hair's all wet. It was quite the hike through the rain. El Yunque, up the top, you can see the shrouds of clouds, and we went through that. It was a wet expedition. The experience was fun. We had a good time. But I would say we definitely would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't raining the whole time, if the trail wasn't wet, and if we could see something, which if you saw in the video, when we got to the peak, we couldn't see anything. We were just shrouded in the fog, the clouds, whatever the proper term is, which was kind of cool thinking about it, especially being down here and looking up at the peak and seeing, wow, like we were way up there in those clouds, like within that kind of storm. Really, really neat, but it didn't make for, the ideal hiking experience. So I would say if you're traveling to Puerto Rico and you've got multiple days, do it on a day when that's not occurring. If that's the only day you can hike El Yunque, I'd still say to do it. It's still worthwhile. However, just know that we looked at the weather in Rio Grande, and the weather today said sunny. It's not sunny up there, though. So I don't know if there's a way to check the weather of El Yunque or not. You put it into Google Maps, it does not come up. I put the local town here again, it said sunny, and it was not sunny up there. So maybe on El Yunque's website, maybe up there, it will tell you on their website what the conditions will be. I wouldn't be surprised. So learn from our mistakes, do that if you're able to do that. Either way, we did enjoy it. I would say the experience of it was probably like a 3 out of 5, just because, again, it was wet and couldn't see anything. But I do think it's definitely a pretty wonderful trail, a pretty wonderful hike. It is beautiful. It is luscious. It is a rainforest by all accounts. And I think, we would do it again, but not when it's raining like that. But we would do it again if it was dry and nice weather. And I kind of feel like we have to do it again someday to actually see the peak and actually see out. Oh, that's the view. This is what we're supposed to see. So either way, thanks guys for sticking around, watching the video. Until the next one, I'll talk to you then. And I'm going to go back to enjoying my sugarcane drink here.